In 2009, there was an effort created to raise awareness and foster inclusion among people with disabilities and those who love them. It became known by an acronym that I actually don't love, but I love the effort. It's called JDAIM, Jewish Disabilities Awareness and Acceptance Inclusion Month. It's cumbersome at best, but it did begin back in 2009. And it has grown and grown and grown since 2009. In 2009, only 8 Jewish organizations took place in this effort to raise awareness and foster inclusion among people with disabilities. This year, in 2023, there's a belief among the organization that now it's called Respectability with a capital A, that is now organizing Jewish Disability Awareness, Acceptance, and Inclusion Month. I'm getting good at saying it. That there are over 1,000 organizations sponsoring something for this month between 2009 and 2023. And that is because nearly 20% of the population of humans live with some sort of disability or mental health condition. And so when we raise awareness in our communities, when we raise acceptance, when we do better, we are doing an essential service. We are raising a well-being and quality of life. We're doing exactly the right thing. And so I'm really excited because we're kicking off JDAIM, Jewish Disability Acceptance, I have to practice saying it, Jewish Disability Acceptance, oh no, I messed it up, Awareness and Inclusion Month, because it's the whole month of February with a speaker. And so I'm going to introduce Jeremy Pilloff. Jeremy is, you can just 1 second, because I got to say nice things about you. I know you don't like it, but I'm going to say nice things about you. Jeremy is a lifelong Clevelander. He left Cleveland to attend Syracuse University for his undergraduate. Returning to Cleveland, he began teaching. He furthered his career by pursuing his master's degree at Cleveland State University for his special ed. Continued his education at Kent State, earning a certificate in transition to work. He started teaching in 1998, I think I got that right, 1998 at SEVEC, which stands for Cuyahoga East Vocational Education Center, vocational teacher for students with special needs. He became an award-winning transition coordinator, teaching work skills, supporting and teaching his students so they could transition to a job or a day center so their skills could continue to grow. And those of you for many, many years have watched him at the JCC with his students trailing behind him, have known that he has done extraordinary things at SEVEC. This year, he took on a new role at Mayfield High School as an intervention specialist for a needs-based classroom. And this is the best part of his bio. He texted me, I should say, I am really enjoying it because it is allowing me to use the skills I learned at SEVEC and bring them to the high school. I find my students to be the most honest, real people I know. It's really a gift for me to ask Jeremy to come forward and share his journey as a passionate and talented. Get out of your way. Just put it, you can hang it on there.
You're like a singer, entertainer.
You are an entertainer.
Can they hear it all right?
Ask Brett.
Can you hear it? All right. Thank you so much, Rabbi Vant, for the nice introduction. And on a side note, Rabbi Vant, I just want to know the last time I came up and I read something to the congregation, the Torah portion was the same. It was It was Justin's bar mitzvah. And to make you feel old, he just turned 21. So, I graduated from Syracuse University in 1992. I started my professional career as a JCC youth director in Scranton, Pennsylvania. I was excited to be working with kids. The job was mostly planning for events, not leading them. I wanted to work directly with people. I left the job after a year. I have a feeling if I did not leave, they would have asked me kindly to return back to Cleveland. When I returned to Cleveland, I enrolled in the education program at Cleveland State University. I enrolled because I wanted to work with students with learning disabilities. I have a learning disability myself. I feel my learning disability has defined many aspects of who I am today. I know I would not be speaking to you today if I did not have some of the wonderful teachers I had in my life. I wanted to have that positive influence on others. I earned a master's degree in teaching students who have multiple disabilities. While obtaining my degree, I learned about treating all people with respect. This means many things, such as treating people their age, not talking about someone in front of them. Everyone should have the opportunity to make choices for themselves. Do not assume someone is not capable of doing some things. And be who you are when interacting with individuals with special needs. The students always know when you are not genuine around them. This quickly became my passion. This is all part of the Jewish value, B'Tselem Elohim, which means we are all created in God's image. My first teaching job was in 1998 at CVAC. CVAC is a vocational program that works with school districts around the Cleveland area. My job was to teach students work skills in the community and find job placements for them after graduation. I loved working at CVAC, and I worked there for the next 24 years. Because of my connections with the Jewish Community Center, I was able to set up a community work experience for the CVAC students. The first place I ever took my students was the Cleveland Heights JCC location. The JCC program still exists today and has evolved into a special program where the students learn valuable work skills, but what made the program so special was the relationship between the students and the people at the JCC. At the JCC, the CVAC students interacted with people from 3 years old to 80 and over. For example, one of the students' jobs was to clean the gym area used by the preschool. At times, the CVAC students and the preschool students would clean the gym together. The interaction between these two groups were so natural and a wonderful, fun way to learn about each other. Every Friday, the CVAC students participated in an exercise class called Drums Alive. The class the CVAC students participated in had JCC members who ranged from age 50 to 85 years old. This was such a fun class for everyone who participated. There was a special energy in the room. At first, the attitude was, that is nice that the CVAC students are in the class. A few weeks into class, if ever the CVAC students were not in class, they generally were missed. Class was not the same without them. I also set up a recycling program when I worked at CVAC. One of the items we recycled was paper. Suburban Temple-Kol Ami reached out to me and asked if the CVAC students could collect their recycling paper. One of the students in the class at the time was a Suburban Temple-Kol Ami member. The presence of the students in the temple allowed members and staff to interact with these students and learn that people with special needs are an important part of our community. Suburban Temple-Kol Ami is still providing work experiences for members who have special needs. These experiences have been beneficial for the entire congregation, and help build our belief that everyone is welcome and important at Suburban Temple-Kol Ami. The CVAC students also worked at the National Council of Jewish Women. This was another wonderful experience. There was a woman that worked there who all the students just loved. The reason they loved her was because she talked to them like she talked to everybody else. This woman was not always happy, and there were many days where she came in and was very grumpy, and she even snapped at the students. The students knew she cared about them and appreciated that she treated them like she treated everybody else. The National Council of Jewish Women was so impressed with one of the students' work that they offered her a job after graduation. This young lady, who happened to be Jewish, is still employed by them. She loves her job and they enjoy having her. For 20 years, I have worked a week-long overnight camp for adults with special needs at Camp Wise. This was a wonderful experience for everyone involved. These adults participated in all the camp activities, from swimming, boating, jet skiing, ropes course, and horseback riding. Camp Wise staff was hired to help run the program. The staff consisted of young adults in their 20s from all over the world. The relationships that were built between the adult campers and the staff was very special. In some cases, life-changing. One of the counselors from England had such a positive experience that they are currently working in the field with special needs adults today. I was presented with an exciting opportunity to teach in a multi-needs classroom at Mayfield High School starting this school year. I have been enjoying the experience tremendously. One of the units that I taught this school year was about family traditions. The students shared how they celebrate different holidays in their homes. I shared with the class about Rosh Hashanah. I read a book about Rosh Hashanah, and then we all had apples and honey. Even though teaching at Mayfield High School is a different job for me, I find so much of what I learned and enjoyed is the same, such as when the starting quarterback for the football team volunteers in our room and is laughing with the students while playing Uno, or when another staff member when another staff comes in our room and leaves smiling because they just had a positive interaction with one of the students. As I was writing this speech, it made me realize how interwoven my Jewish culture and my professional culture are in my life. The values I have as a Jewish person are the same values I use when working directly with my students or with others who interact with my students. Everyone is important. Everyone has something valuable they can contribute to their environment. Everyone has things they can work on. Everyone can help others or be helped by someone else. When you allow others in your life who are different from you, there are countless benefits that will stick with you throughout your life. Thank you.